guys, before watching this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure you click the bell to stay notified when I will be uploading a video and also live stream so you can be first. Make sure you check the box and press save. And if you have time, make sure to leave a like on this video to show your support. Hey, what's going on guys? My name's Anthony or Big B Stats and welcome back to another Minecraft Story Mode Season 2 video for you guys here today. And I'm going to be going over some Easter eggs in Episode 3, Jailhouse Block. Also, if you can, drop the video like and share it. It is much appreciated and shows your support for the channel. So let's go ahead and show some Easter eggs because there are some really cool, neat ones in here, just in case you did not notice. So let's go ahead and start off with our very first one, which is going to be from a character named Brick. So when you're actually in Sunshine Institute, literally right after you see my character, when you walk around to get food for Radar, you'll bump into someone named Brick. And Brick is like a narrator and he goes on and on and on about him narrating, and this was actually proven to be a Morgan Freeman reference. So just him talking, and you kind of see how Jesse kind of talks as well. It sounds exactly like Morgan Freeman. And the fun fact of this is that this character is also voiced by the same person that, guess who, voices Jack. So these two have the same exact voices. It sounds a bit different, but if you pay attention to it, it is exactly the same person. So that's one cool Easter egg right there, just in case you did not notice that Brick and Jack are actually the same voice actors. So the same voice person does the voices for those two characters. So that was awesome. The next Easter egg is going to be on Oxblood. So this is probably quite the obvious one, but Oxblood looks exactly like Hellboy. Now I don't know if this was again another reference to put in the game, because Hellboy I believe is going to have a new movie coming out in 2018. So I don't know if they kind of plugged this character in here to look exactly like Hellboy, to kind of hint, of course, at that movie and kind of get, you know, a bit of the hype going. But I really think that's awesome. I just find it funny that he looks exactly like Hellboy. And again, we can expect that movie, that I think, to come out in 2018. They're going to be doing a new remake of it. So I thought that was actually pretty neat. But we have another Easter egg, and this Easter egg is going to be with myself. Yes, Big B. So Easter egg with me is that I'm always having a cookie. So pretty much in every scene you see me, I'm pretty much sneaking and eating a cookie. And I try my best, of course, to not let Jesse know that. So whenever he comes up to me like, is that a cookie you're eating? I'm just like, a cookie? What cookie? That was just a wood slab. So it's like I never make it known that I'm actually eating a cookie. I just kind of always have one. You can see me walking around kind of just dropping crumbs everywhere. So that's another cool Easter egg with me, just in case. Again, if you know me, then you know I love cookies, and that is also another neat thing inside of the video game. But there is a really hilarious, probably one of the funniest Easter eggs ever. We're gonna go from one of the funniest Easter eggs to one of the saddest Easter eggs coming up here. So this Easter egg has to do with Radar. So throughout this whole series, this whole season, it's been about Radar, you know, pretty much trying to become this warrior that he kind of isn't. And it was funny because Stella at one point said that Radar didn't even know how to use a sword at all. So there actually is a scene at the very end. If you mess up something, you drop the sword and Radar picks it up and uses it. So this Easter egg here is where Radar actually uses a sword, and he is terrible at it. Although he takes out a group of zombies around him, he uses it like he just like kind of closes his eyes and just swings the sword around and takes out all the zombies. I thought that was like super hilarious. But yeah, that's again a really cool Easter egg, because this whole time I was thinking like, man, I wonder if they're ever going to show Radar use a sword. Also, we're going to talk about the Warden. So this little Easter egg here is that, fun fact is that the Warden used to be a griefer, and it makes perfect sense in a way, and I wouldn't be surprised if Warden and Magnus actually know each other, and of course, if Warden comes from Boomtown. They also kind of look alike as well, so I don't know if that was something intentional. When you think about it, if you were to put Magnus and the Warden side by side, they look like they could be, one's the older brother, one's the younger brother. So Warden and Magnus do possibly come from Boomtown, because again, Warden is a griefer and Magnus is kind of the king of the of Boomtown. Well, Axel is now, but I think that's also quite funny there. Also one with Nurm and Rob. So if you didn't know who Rob was actually the character that you bump into that you actually like have to like build the mushroom with. And there's a couple Easter eggs with him, which I thought was really, really neat. So apparently Nurm and Rob are also voiced by the same characters. Mark, I think I've actually emailed with Mark before, and I think he told me he was also the voice of Nurm as well. So it's funny that he's also the voice of Rob too, if I'm not mistaken. So those two characters are also voiced. I mean, you can't really tell much by Nurm, but Nurm is Nurm has a spot on voice too. But yeah, Rob is also like similar to Bob Ross. Now, if you don't know who Bob Ross is, he's the painter. You can also Google him as well. He's I can remember growing up watching him on TV. So Bob Ross, again, is that painter. And it's funny because his name is Rob. Now, also Bob Ross's real name is Robert Norman. So, which means Rob is short for Robert. So it's kind of crazy, the fact that also the character acts exactly like it, like he's kind of like that. I don't know, he paints and he's really slow talking and it's kind of like he has that mood setting thing. So I thought that was really funny that they kind of referenced that to actually Bob Ross or Robert Norman. So that's again another fun little Easter egg there. But last up, this Easter egg here is a very, very sad one, but one that you won't know that will happen unless you actually stay and wait long enough. So this Easter egg is going to be probably the finale. So when you go to Cell Block X and you bump into Zara, what happens is that you're put in this predicament, of course, to leave with Zara, but you have to leave someone behind, either Luna or Nurm. Now you can choose who you want to bring behind, but Zara does state that, okay, if you don't choose, then, you know, we're just gonna leave. So if you don't choose long enough, let's say you look at Nurm forever, what happens is that Zara comes to the conclusion that you're gonna be the one to stay behind. So she actually leaves you in this trap that's bugged with TNT. So if you were to step out of this place, you would blow up. So that's another cool Easter egg. I thought that, you know, a lot of people probably wouldn't even have noticed that if you didn't wait on that screen long enough. I mean, you have to wait a very long time too, but I like the fact that they added that little secret in there as another alternate decision. So that was awesome. But that's gonna wrap it up for today's video, you guys. That was some really cool Easter eggs. If you found any Easter eggs yourself, feel free to let me know down below in the comments, and also I'll be looking for a bit more. If I do find any, I will be sure to cover them for you later on in a video. But thank you all so much for watching. Let me know down below in the comments which was your favorite Easter egg, whether it was me eating a cookie all the time, Radar using a sword, Morgan Freeman references, and much more. Even the death scene at the very end with Zara. So thank you all so much for watching. Remember to leave a like and share it. Also feel free to subscribe for more, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.